Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we break down the week's biggest stories. This week, we're talking all about the hidden costs and the crucial trade-offs behind the latest tech. We're going to look at the massive price AI might have to pay for its smarts, the compromises in the newest gadgets, Apple's high-stakes gamble on a super-thin iPhone, a creative face-off between AIs, and finally, how you can make the right choice for your next purchase. Okay, first up, we have a legal battle that could honestly change the entire AI industry. It really comes down to a fundamental question. Who owns the stuff that makes AI so smart in the first place?
Yeah, you are seeing that right. $1.5 billion. That's the staggering amount the AI company Anthropic has agreed to pay to settle a lawsuit from authors. And just to be clear, a settlement of this size in a copyright case is, well, it's pretty much unheard of.
So, what happened here? Well, at the heart of the case was the claim that Anthropic fed its AI, Claude, a massive library of pirated books. We're talking about 500,000 different works. The authors argued that their creative material was basically stolen to build a commercial product, all without them seeing a single dime. And you really can't overstate how big of a deal this is. The lawyer for the authors is calling it the largest copyright recovery in history. This sets a powerful precedent for how all these other AI copyright cases might go down the road.
This whole thing really boils down to one core disagreement. On one side, you have the authors saying, hey, that's theft. But Anthropic's defense was, no, our process is fair use. That's a legal concept that says you can use copyrighted stuff for things like research or commentary. It's that classic fight, right? Protecting creators versus enabling innovation.
And this is the crucial takeaway. The result here is going to send ripples across the entire industry. It's almost certainly going to influence all the other major lawsuits happening right now against big names like OpenAI. It could be the first domino to fall, forcing everyone to rethink how they build these models.
Okay, let's switch gears from the courtroom to the consumer, because that same theme of trade-offs is playing out right now in the hardware world, with some of the biggest new gadgets hitting the shelves. First up, let's talk about the new Google Pixel 10. For $799, it adds some great new features, like that cool magnetic wireless charging. But here's the shocker. To add a dedicated telephoto lens for the first time, Google actually downgraded the main and ultra-wide cameras from last year's phone. It's a fascinating choice, isn't it? You get better zoom, but at the cost of your everyday photo quality?
And now for your wrist. If you're an adventurer, or maybe just someone who is really tough on your gear, you're gonna want to see this.
At just $399, the Amazfit T-Rex 3 Pro is an absolute beast. I mean, we're talking a titanium body, a screen so bright you can easily see it in direct sunlight, and even a flashlight built right into the watch itself. This is a direct shot at companies like Garmin offering high-end features for a much more accessible price.
Now for the story that has everybody talking. Apple is rumored to be working on a radically new and, frankly, super risky iPhone that pushes this whole idea of trade-offs to the absolute limit. And this is the central question. Is a thinner iPhone really worth it? We're talking about the rumored iPhone 17 Air. It's expected to be the thinnest iPhone ever made, just 5.5 millimeters. That's thinner than a few credit cards stacked together. But the big question is, what are we giving up to get there? And here are those trade-offs. To get that incredibly thin design, Apple might have to sacrifice some core features. Rumors point to just a single camera on the back, a smaller battery, and, of course, you have to wonder about durability. Can a phone that thin really hold up to everyday life? The price could be another huge hurdle. Some rumors are placing the Air at a whopping $1,099. That puts it right up there with the high-end Pro model, which is a really tough sell for a phone that has fewer features. A commentary from CNET just captured the skepticism perfectly with this line. It really sums up what a lot of people are asking. Do we actually want a super thin phone if it means making big compromises on the camera and the battery? It's a huge gamble for Apple, for sure. All right, moving from hardware debates to a software showdown. Let's see what happens when we put two of the world's top AI models against each other in a battle of pure creativity.
So, first up, we tested their screenwriting skills. We gave both ChatGPT-5 and Claude the exact same prompt. Create a sci-fi movie pitch where a rogue AI starts rewriting history.
And the results were fascinatingly different. ChatGPT went for a big, action-packed story with android assassins, but the reviewer over at Tom's Guide actually gave the win to Claude for a plot that was more logical and had this really emotional, personal story at its core.
Next, we tested their image-making skills with a perfectly silly prompt. We asked ChatGPT-5 and Google's new model, which is reportedly called Nano Banana, to create an image of penguins in the desert wearing sun hats.
The results really speak for themselves. ChatGPT's image was fine. It did what it was told, but it's lifeless, right? All the penguins are just copy-pasted. But Nano Banana's image is hilarious. It's got personality. Each penguin seems to have its own little story. It just nailed the whimsical vibe.
So, the verdict is in. When it comes to raw creative artistry, that spark of imagination that brings an idea to life, it really looks like the newer challenger, Nano Banana, takes the crown in this showdown.
Okay, for our final section, let's turn all this news into some practical advice for your next tech upgrade and help you figure out your own set of trade-offs.
If you're thinking about getting into aerial photography, here are the top drone picks for beginners, according to reviewers and user forums. For under $200, the DJI Neo is a fantastic starting point. The DJI Flip, at around $439, is probably the best all-arounder. And if you've got a bigger budget, the Mini 4 Pro gives you near-professional features.
And if you've ever wanted to fill your whole house with music, setting up a multi-room audio system is way easier than you think. It really just takes a couple of compatible Wi-Fi speakers, an app on your phone to link them all together, and that's it. You can have synchronized music playing in every room in just a few minutes.
So, we'll leave you with this question. With all this new tech coming down the pipe, from ultra-thin phones to hyper-creative AI, what new feature are you genuinely excited for? And on the flip side, what do you think is just all hype? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
If you enjoyed the episode, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.